Have you ever felt, even for just a moment, that there is something in your life you can't touch, something that seems to be just out of reach, yet always there, influencing your choices? Now imagine that this hidden something has the power to change everything. What you don't know could be the key to transforming the direction of your life. And the most surprising part, this secret is closer to you than you think, and at any moment, it could be revealed. But here's the question: what would you do if you knew there was a hidden truth about your life, a truth that might be exactly what you need to achieve everything you've always wanted? We're not talking about just any secret, but something deep, something capable of opening doors you never knew existed. I know what you're probably thinking, but I've never hidden anything, and no one has told me something I didn't already know. And this is where the mystery lies, the secret you haven't yet seen, the secret waiting to be discovered, is about to change everything, and this might be the right moment for you to find it. Stay with me, because what you're about to uncover is going to challenge everything you believe about yourself and what's around you. Now that the idea of an invisible secret is planted in your mind, let's take a closer look at what's really happening. Maybe you've noticed that, at certain points in your life, you felt stuck in a cycle that, no matter how hard you try to break it, always seems to pull you back to the same place. Maybe you've asked yourself why certain things seem out of your control, or why, despite your efforts, there's still something that prevents you from moving forward. But the most intriguing thing is that perhaps you've never questioned the root of this block. Maybe you've become so used to living with this feeling of limitation that you no longer notice the profound impact it has on your daily decisions. And this is exactly where the secret lies. Something is out of place, something is manipulating your choices without you even realizing it. It could be a decision you made without knowing why, or a repetitive pattern that keeps bringing you to places you didn't want to go. What you haven't understood yet is that this isn't by chance. There's a force, an influence you're unaware of, that has been shaping the path you follow, often without you noticing. This secret, hidden in the shadows of your mind and life, wasn't placed there for no reason. It's like a missing piece to complete a puzzle, and no matter how much you try to move forward, something always seems to be missing. What you don't yet see is that, by facing this invisible block, you're dealing with a bigger obstacle than any you've ever encountered before. This secret, which has been hidden from you, is the key to unlocking the true freedom and potential that lies within you. But until now, you've been living in its shadow, unaware of its full presence. What you need to understand now is that this secret, though hidden, is directly impacting your life and influencing every step you take. But the good news is that the truth about it is closer to you than ever before. And only when you uncover it, when you finally understand the magnitude of what's happening, will you realize that the change has already begun. By now, you might be wondering, if this secret is somewhere inside me, why can't I see it? How can I access the truth that's hidden? The answer is simpler than you think. There is a presence, something bigger than your current understanding, that has been by your side all along. Perhaps you felt, in moments of difficulty, a silent force guiding you, even though you didn't know where it was coming from. It might have been an intuition pulling you in the right direction when you were about to make the wrong decision, or an inexplicable feeling of protection in times of despair. This force, this presence, has always been with you. It has no face or name, but it's there, guiding and protecting you, especially when you need it most. It doesn't interfere directly, but it works behind the scenes, just waiting for the right moment to be noticed. And that moment is now. The great revelation is that this presence, this invisible force that works in your life, is trying to show you the secret. It's preparing the scene so that you can finally see the truth that's been right in front of you all along. It's not something you'll find in a physical place, nor something that can be touched or seen directly. The secret lies in how this presence has been helping you overcome challenges, make tough decisions, and navigate through moments of crisis, without you even knowing you were being guided. It's not a miraculous intervention or something mystical, but a natural force that works to help you align with your true purpose. This presence has been patient, waiting for you to recognize it. Waiting for you to allow yourself to see that, even through difficulties, something greater has been guiding your steps. What you need to understand now is that this force, though discreet, has the power to open your eyes to the truth. It's guiding you, even when you don't perceive it, and it needs you to make a choice, acknowledge that you're being guided or continue seeking answers where they aren't. The secret lies in the moment you choose to listen to this presence. It's ready to reveal itself fully, but for that, you need to take the first step toward it. No longer as a distant doubt or vague feeling, but as a tangible reality that could change everything you think about your life and what's to come. This is the moment to stop living in the dark, to stop questioning why things happen, and start seeing the larger pattern that's been forming around you. And believe me, when you open your eyes to this, the secret will be as clear as daylight. Now that the silent presence has started to reveal itself, you're probably already feeling something different in the air. The tension, which was once just a distant whisper, is now almost palpable. The truth is getting closer, and with it comes the sense that you're on the verge of something big, something transformative. But what you cannot ignore now is that, despite this intervention, there's still an invisible wall between you and the change you desire. Do you feel it? A barrier that, no matter how hard you try, still holds you back from fully moving forward. Sometimes, it seems like the solution is right in front of you, but something is keeping you stuck, holding you in the same place. Imagine for a moment that this wall is not physical, but something much deeper. It's made of all your doubts, fears, and resistances. This wall is the reflection of a past you carry, old beliefs that no longer serve you but still influence your choices. It's what's blocking the way for you to live what's possible, to discover the true power you possess. And do you know what's the most frustrating part? You can feel this force acting, but you don't know how to break through. It's like standing in front of a closed door, knowing the key is somewhere, but not knowing where to look for it. At this moment, the presence that has been guiding you can no longer do everything for you. It may be acting behind the scenes, protecting you, guiding you, but it's up to you to take the final step. The choice to cross the wall, to face the internal resistance, is yours. What you don't see clearly is that, up until now, you've been holding on to what's comfortable. And that's the biggest obstacle. The fear of stepping out of your comfort zone, the fear of losing what's familiar, even if that familiar is just an illusion of security. The secret won't be fully revealed until you decide to leave behind the doubts and fears that have been your invisible chains. This is the critical point. The presence is waiting for you to recognize it, and more importantly, for you to do your part. It can guide you, but only you can open the door. The tension is now at its peak. What will you do with the truth that's beginning to reveal itself? Will you allow it to fade away, letting the invisible wall win, or will you take control and cross over, facing the internal resistance with courage? The time to act is now. Every second that passes is an opportunity for you to transform your life in a way you never thought possible. The secret is within your reach, but you need to make the choice to cross the line and accept that change, though challenging, is the path to your true freedom. Now that the tension has reached its peak, you are facing a crucial decision. The answers are clearer than ever, but the choice of how to act is yours. The invisible wall that once seemed impossible to cross now stands before you more clearly, and the key to crossing it is in your hands. What will you do? Will you continue to delay, living in doubt, or will you finally take the reins of your life and open the door to a new reality? The decision you make at this moment is not just a trivial choice. It has the power to redefine your entire future. The secret that was hidden, the one you've been seeking, is here. But it will only become a transformative force when you choose to act. And here's the big dilemma: fear. The fear of making the wrong choice, the fear of taking a step and not knowing what comes next. Maybe you're afraid of getting lost, of not being able to handle what comes after this revelation. But think for a moment, it's fear that's kept you stuck in a limited version of yourself. It's what stops you from seeing how great you can truly be. The truth is, fear will never completely disappear, but you don't need to wait for it to vanish. What you need to do now is act, even with the fear. And the decision you need to make is simple: continue on the path you know, where the familiar and the safe still attract you, or take the leap, even without knowing exactly what comes next. The choice to act, to cross this invisible line, will place you on a completely new path. This path may be full of challenges, yes, but it is also the only one that can lead you to the life you've always wanted. The secret that's been hidden will only fully reveal itself when you choose to walk toward it, when you decide to trust the presence that's been guiding you and take the first step, without looking back. Now, stop for a moment and reflect on what's really at stake here. Are you questioning if you have what it takes to take this step? Perhaps you think you're not ready, or that you need more time. But in truth, the moment will never be perfect. It is now. What you choose to do with this opportunity will shape your destiny. The future you dream of lies on the other side of this invisible wall, and the only thing separating you from it is the decision to cross. The power to change your life, to access everything that's waiting for you, is within your reach. The secret is no longer a distant mystery, it is a truth right in front of you, and now you have the power to act. So, what will you do? The choice is yours. You've made the decision. Even with the fears, doubts, and uncertainties, you chose to move forward, and now, transformation begins to unfold. The secret that once seemed unreachable is now in your hands. But don't be fooled, this isn't just a simple shift in perspective. What you've just done is open yourself to a new reality, a new version of yourself. And this version is no longer limited by the invisible chains that once held you back. You've just taken the first step toward living a life with more purpose, more authenticity, and more freedom. Now, looking ahead, you realize that what once seemed so distant and incomprehensible is now clearer than ever. The invisible wall. It hasn't disappeared instantly, but you now have the tools to overcome it. You have the strength to move beyond your own limits. And more importantly, you now know that the only thing that truly limits you is yourself. The secret that was hidden about your life is not a one-time event. It's the realization that you have the power to transform any aspect of your reality. The key has always been in your ability to act, to take a step even when there are no guarantees. And believe me, by doing this, you've already begun to change the course of your life. The future you desire isn't somewhere far off, waiting for you. It's here, within your reach, and all you need to do now is keep moving forward. True freedom comes from the recognition that by making conscious decisions, by acting even with fear, you are creating your own destiny. And now, looking back, you'll realize that everything you've been through, all the difficulties and challenges, were simply preparing you for this moment. There's no more room for doubt or hesitation. The secret has been unveiled. And now, it's time to live the life you were always meant to live. The path ahead is yours. The decision you made is only the beginning of a much bigger journey. No longer hold on to what limits you. The future is already waiting for you, and all you need to do is keep walking, knowing that change has already begun. The secret has been revealed, and now true transformation is within your reach. You are ready to live everything you've always desired. Don't stop now, the best is yet to come.